In 1998, J.K. Rowling introduced the world to a gift that we were neither prepared for nor did we deserve, but she gave it to us and it's wonderful. Today I'm talking about Harry Potter. Harry Potter gave us a lot of great gifts, lots of gems like hope can be found in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Two of my favorite analogies that have helped me out the most over the years have been the analogies for depression and anxiety that J.K. Rowling put in her depiction of Dementors and Boggarts. See, she meant Dementors to be an expression of depression. They kind of come at you and they suck at your soul and they make everything feel cold and like you'd never be cheerful ever again. And the way you combat Dementors is by thinking of your happiest memory, the happiest you've ever been, and it can create kind of a shield for you. Also, as Professor Lupin points out, chocolate always helps. One of the least helpful pieces of advice to give someone who is depressed is to tell them to just cheer up or just be happy. But a really helpful piece of advice is to help them remember that they have been happy in the past, that all of their whole entire life does not suck, and they can be happy again in the future, and to hold on to those moments and those things and those people, the situations that really lit up their lives at one point in time, and that will help you just kind of see your way through the darkness. Or if you're Harry Potter, you can poke it in the eyeball with your wand. Think of the Boggarts that Professor Lupin kept in wardrobes. He would let them out and they would turn into whatever is the most terrifying, scary thing that you could possibly think of. For Ron Weasley, this was spiders. For Professor Lupin, it was the full moon. And the trick to the Boggart is to look at it and say the most ridiculous spell in all of the wizarding world, ridiculous. But you look at it and you say that this is dumb to be scared of this thing, and you picture in your mind some way to distort that image into something that you find funny. I had a friend who was going to go to a concert and he'd been excited about the concert for a while, but all of a sudden he couldn't get this image of this huge crowd of people just standing around, and it was terrifying to him. So the way that I helped him through that was by saying, imagine me standing there with you in this huge crowd of people, and imagine I have a fork and that I'm going to go around and poke people in the butt. Imagine that. And he started to giggle. And I said, how many people do you think that I can poke in the butt in an hour? And he said, I don't know. And I said, I bet you money I can poke 600 people in the butt in an hour. How many do you think you could poke? And he's like, 700. And I said, well, watch me, because I don't think you can do it. And he said, well, I've got 2 forks, so booyah. And we spent the next 10 minutes just imagining poking people in the butts and pulling people onto our team to help us poke people, imaginary people, in the butt with forks. And it was funny, and he started laughing, and he was able to kind of get over it and move on, and kind of push through that anxiety and to turn it into something funny. So when you're anxious about something, the best thing that you can do is to see if there's a way that you can manipulate that situation and turn it into something funny, or something that's at least much less threatening.